Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Can You Complete Payday 2 Without Killing Anyone? This is a special episode as I'm going to be covering all the DLCs that's been added to Payday 2 since the ending of the main game story at the White House. Before we begin, a couple things. All of this was streamed live on YouTube on this very channel.
Oh, good Lord above. What? What did they see? I want to see this. A guard walks back there? Out of everything, a guard walks back there. I'm moving them closer, I'm not. It is. I am trying to. No!
And I'm still giving away a copy of Payday 3 when it gets released on the 22nd of September. So if you want a chance to win, join my Discord in the description and join the giveaway. And now for the main presentation. We start with border crossing. This is a pretty simple heist. I had to find a door code, get to Mexico, and secure a certain amount of loot, place it on a plane, and then escape. After realizing that stealth is super difficult when you can't kill anyone, and most of the enemies are gangster NPCs, which mean that they don't have a pager if you kill them, but they can't be intimidated either, so it's either you kill them or restart if I get spotted. After failing over and over and over again, it made me think about my life choices and hope that this failing over and over and over again will never happen again. After finding the door code and making my way to Mexico, I got lucky and had to secure some cocaine, which didn't take very long. Then, after refueling the plane, I placed some C4 on the fence, which for some reason counted for explosion damage, but did not result in any kills. Meaning that once the gate was open and the escape was unlocked, I finished border crossing with 0 kills. Next up was the San Martin bank heist. Vlad has some family heirlooms in a vault in Mexico and has asked us to secure it for him. I mask up and flick a switch, which will help me later. I find the manager's safe and I need his fingerprint. So I find some tape and steal the print from a teacup and was able to get access to the safe. I grabbed the key and unlocked access to the vault area. Then after unlocking the security barrier, I find the blueprints to help me cut the right wires. After taking the cameras out, I make my way to the vault door and find which computer I need to hack. After grabbing the password, I unlock the vault door and secure Vlad's loot and escape San Martin's bank heist with 0 kills. Breakfast in Tijuana is a special kind of heist. Well, it's not really a heist, it's more of a rescue. Anyway, Vlad's brother-in-law has been captured and yeah, we need to break him out. After finding a way in, I hack the police chief's computer. I need to find an RFID tag, and after finding one, I coded it and got into the storage area where I shredded evidence which relates to Vlad's brother-in-law. After finding the cells where he's being held, I have to recode the tag to get access to the armory, where I find a door breaker, which is required to be at every police station and makes no noise when being used. After getting in, I find the guy and use a bolt cutter I found nearby to break him out. I also steal a police uniform, and after waiting for him to change, we make our escape. Then I needed to grab the right oversized key, which allowed us to escape with 0 kills. Vlad needs us again, this time to kill a guy who Vlad doesn't like. And I think he put Vlad's brother-in-law in jail. But anyway, after breaking in, I need to find a statue, which, when the right items are placed in the statue, unlocks a secret door. This gives me access to the hidden area. I have to then find an interactable item in this area, which unlocks the inner hidden area. After getting inside, I need to find 4 codes which translate to animals. After finding all 4 and getting the correct code, meanwhile while I'm here I also release a shark. This will help me later. After putting in the right code, I finally confront Bullock. He runs to the balcony and I melee him off. Now, you're supposed to shoot him, but that means I'd kill him, and I don't do that here. And because I released the shark earlier, this happens. After witnessing a horrible murder, I hack into Bullock's safe, steal his hard drive, secured some loot, and escaped Bullock's mansion with 0 kills. Next up is the Dragon Heist, part of the City of Gold story. We have been asked by a new contractor to steal a dragon statue made of gold. After masking up, my first objective is to find and disable an alarm box. Once done, I head inside and try to find a keycard. This grants me access to the basement where the vault is. This map has Yakuza, which are the same as gangsters with the fact you can't intimidate them. After starting the auction by turning on the lights, I open the door and get into the vault area. I find a keycard which I need for the vault, and after taking down some guards and a camera operator, I make my way to the auctioneer's back room and get the code I need to unlock the vault. This is a fun and unique way to get the code. It runs between 4 codes. Each code is separated by 15 minutes in-game set time. For example, I got the time of 7:11, which equals to the first interval of 15 minutes, meaning the first code is in use. So I locate code 1 and use that on the vault. After entering the code, I gain entry to the vault, but I need to cut some wires to disable the laser system. Then it was a matter of finding the statue. I got super lucky with the AI detection and successfully finished the dragon heist with 0 kills. The Ukrainian prisoner is next. Vlad has been captured by a mobster called Yufu Wang. We need to rescue him. I approach the dockyard and find the camera room to see which container Vlad is being held in. Then I have to hack the control room to see which warehouse he is in. After making it to the warehouse, I need to find a code which rotates after being activated. After finding the right computer, I hack it, get the code, and run to the keypad. I make it just in time, and the door opens. I find a blowtorch and rescue Vlad. He falls to the ground, but I give him, drugs. And he starts walking again, right into a guard who's supposed to make sure he doesn't escape. Vlad gets into a skid loader, and I have to escort him to the waterfront. After some close calls, I manage to escort Vlad to the escape, where I find some gas and light some tires on fire to signal the boat. Vlad then gets into the boat, and I escape with 0 kills. Vlad lets us know who is torturing him and wants revenge. I prepare to stealth it, not knowing the pain I'll suffer later. I make my way inside, getting the insider information and heading to the spa area. I locate Lang Di, who has a safe with the vault code in it, so I drill it and grab some money as a little bonus. Next, I locate Jun Kang by going across the entire ship and going into the casino. I grab his business card as I need to call him and get him isolated. After tying him up, I grab his hand. Ew. I try to make my way to the vault, but 2 guards are in front of it, so I need to distract them with some glitching slot machines. So I enter the control room, and after alerting the guard, I find out he is a triad, another form of unintimidatable guards.
No. Because he's a triad, so I can't.
Which results in me not being able to complete this heist stealth unless I kill this guard, as the PC I need to interact with is right in front of him. So I guess I'll have to do this loud. I get the worst luck when I start the loud heist because this happens.
That is literally the one thing I did not want to happen.
But on the next try, I drill the safe, get the code, and do everything the same, except I change everything and do nothing the same. While in the casino, I do a cheeky slap and have to break into the conference room by applying thermite on a rope holding a giant chandelier which smashes into the window, allowing me to tie him up and get his hand. I can't access the vault right now because I have to override the vault lockdown, and during this time I engage in a little hobby. Then I was able to enter the code and loot the vault. Once I grabbed all the money I wanted, I burnt the rest of it. Then I signaled the escape helicopter by writing "It's Payday" with gasoline and burning it. Once the helicopter arrived, I escaped the Black Cat heist with 0 kills.
Next up is Mountain Master.
The Golden Dagger are super unhappy with us right now, and we are tasked with killing Yufu Wang. Wang, and stealing his hard drive. I approach the skyscraper and have to find the elevators. I open the lockboxes and pull the levers in order. Then I disabled power to the elevator and rode the cable up to the penthouse. There I made my way to finding the hidden server room. When I found it, I now need to find a code, which was on a notepad somewhere. After a couple of minutes of looking, the game felt sorry for me and showed me where to look. Then I entered in the code. After stealing the hard drive and moving the bookcase back, I need to decrypt the hard drive. Lucky for me, the laptop was close by, so after a short hack, it was all done. I secured the hard drive in the dumbwaiter, then Locke got me to activate the fire alarm, which would evacuate the meeting room. Yufu heads to the roof, so I chase after him, and just like I expected, I need to kill him. And after I don't do that on this series, I have to forfeit stealth and do this heist loud. Loud goes almost the exact same as stealth. Call the elevator and use the cable to get to the penthouse. Drill the door instead of finding the code, but then I do something different and cool. I find the car keys, prop up the car using a car jack, and start the engine until it reaches a high speed and crashes into the meeting room. I make my way to the roof and Yufu is armored up, so I simply keep running around, letting my AI do all the damage for me. Finally, Yufu is killed by my AI and the escape chopper is called. I bag some required gold.
I then finish Mountain Master with 0 kills.
The next campaign is called Texas Heat. We are introduced to Gemma McShay, who gives us the Midland Ranch heist. There is a rival gun smuggler who is pushing Gemma out of her turf, so we are tasked with going to the ranch, stealing weapons, and destroying the workshop. I decide to get to the weapons first as I find that the hardest objective of this heist. I find crates with weapon parts in them and start making the weapons and securing them. I also brought along a silent saw and it's super useful for getting through the gates. I got pretty lucky with the guards and I did have to cable tie a lot of civilians. I'm almost convinced these civilians are coded to go where you have hostages, as I had most of the civilians come to a certain barn where I had all of my tied up hostages. Once I secured all the weapons, I destroyed the workbenches by using acid, and after cutting the right wire, I made my way to the ranch. I found the bug devices I need and located the office. I lured the target to the areas and captured his voice as I needed to unlock his laptop. Then I hacked it and cloned the hard drive. I was then able to escape, finishing Midland Ranch with 0 kills. Lost in Transit is next, and it might be the most fun I've had in all of the DLCs. Gemma McShay has asked us to raid a train yard for printing plates, and I'm guessing it's to use the printing plates to print money. I approached the train yard and made my way inside. I also used a walkie-talkie to get past the inner gate. Then I needed to locate a code, which I find. This gets me into the admin office. There I find a blowtorch and hack the admin's computer to find the train cars carrying the printing plates. Before I can open the train cars, I need to disable the motion sensors inside. So I hack the sensor console and need to locate the panel. Then I need to copy the code the panel shows me and then I'll be good. So I do just that. Then it was bag moving time. Unlike the last time where I secured 30 bags and my keyboard disconnected, which made me get spotted and lose all my progress,
No, my game's bugged. I can't move. I can't move. I can't.
I only secured the required loot and maybe a couple of monies here and there. Then I connected Locke to the PA system as we need to escape via train, but the whole area is on lockdown. Then once the train was moving, I had to find a keycard as I needed to unlock the turntable to rotate the train. After I fixed some electrical issues, I'm able to escape Lost in Transit with 0 kills. And I got a nice achievement for my pacifism. Thank you, Overkill. Now it's time for the worst heist I've ever played. I expressed my feelings about this over 8 hours of trying to complete this heist. 8 hours. I felt so sorry for the viewers as I struggled to complete this heist. I never expected Payday Passive to literally ruin me as much as this heist did. Just for another reference of how long this took, the video folder for this episode took around 86 gigabytes, and the videos on this heist alone was 38 gigabytes. I cannot thank my viewers enough for putting up with my rages and me slowly going insane. With that aside, here is Hostile Takeover. Gemma has put us in contact with a friend who wants to steal a type of prototype CO2 machine and also provide blackmail on Alice Rainey. He also wants us to steal the research and destroy the lab equipment. These objectives can be done in any order, but I found it easier to do it in the order that the game instructs. I start off with grabbing a key located in the reception, This allows me to close the curtain a little bit later. I find the phone with a voicemail on it, then the safe with the code inside, then the recording, and finally the blackmail email. Once this is done, I make my way to the stage, pull the curtains down, and then enter the code and steal the Neo 2. I get good RNG with having the inspectors come early. I also use the PA system to get the researchers out of the lab for later. After tying up the inspectors, I tie up Alice and the lead scientist and grab his access tag. Then I made my way to the research center and stole the research documents. And as I grabbed a key card from Alice's desk earlier, I already had the next objective ready to go.
If I unlock this, this will be the furthest I've been in 3 days. I know I just said that, but if I unlock this door here, it will be the furthest in 3 days.
Once I unlocked this door and got inside the lab, I destroyed all of the lab equipment and slipped out of this heist with 0 kills.
Also, as a quick note, I did lower the difficulty from Death Sentence 1 down to Overkill to complete this heist.
We reach the final DLC heist of Payday 2 with Crude Awakening. We are tasked with stealing oil from this rig and then destroying it. That's it. And I'm guessing it's because, Americans love oil, so we're gonna steal oil. Yeah. I got on a boat and drive my way to the rig's platform, and then I ride my way up onto the rig. I make my way to the server room, then hack the server, find the USB, while also trying to find the purest oil to steal. After hacking a computer to allow for an oil transfer, I found the oil I was looking for, and made my way to the oil tanks, and began to start transferring oil. I liked the little mini game of getting the pipes lined up. I thought it was interesting and it was nice and different. After a couple of minutes, the oil was pumped and I needed to get to the drilling tower. I disabled some security lasers and found the drill. It was being monitored by some guy named Gabriel. I don't care. I had to jam the ventilation fans outside of Gabriel's office, and I placed some toxic fart gas outside of his vents, and Gabriel smelt it and dealt it. But he did die, so unfortunately it means going loud is the way to go. Loud performs the same, as I need to get into the server room, find the USB, transfer the oil, via doing the fun pipe lineup game, defend the generator, get to the drilling tower, and defeat Gabriel. But this time he's armored up. It was a fun little puzzle trying to figure out how to damage him. I need to fill these little pools of oil and shoot them. Then when Gabriel enters this burning pit, by the way, it's his own fault. I'm not liable of his selfish acts of harm. Once on fire, the AI shred him to pieces and he is killed. And then I had to close pressure valves, which will blow the plant up. And after starting the drill, the whole rig goes nuclear and starts blowing up. The crew and I rush to the escape boat, and finally, once we are at a safe distance away, we get to watch the oil rig blow up. A fitting way to end this heist. And with that explosion, we end the mission to complete Payday 2's DLC's passive. This was a fantastic time, excluding the time I spent on Hostile Takeover. But I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on what's next. I do need to do the introduction heists and the alternate days. And when that happens, I'll be streaming that live here on YouTube. So if you want to chat and say hello, make sure to stay tuned. Thank you for being here and watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.